that I could have a conversation with him, that he could be here with me, that he could have chosen me.
Trying to get a guy to commit or trying to see where things go, I indulged in hookup culture.
Why am I not good enough to date? If you want to hook up with me, why do you not want to date me? And then it's like, is it my personality? Am I that unsufferable?
When I tell people that I've never officially been on a date with someone, they don't believe me. But to me, a date is like actually going to a nice restaurant that someone's planned, and I've never had that.
Clearly, I'm not doing something right.
If you do not want to be with her, just
when I was little, I really didn't think it was going to be this hard to find someone.
It's literally just so confusing and so stressful, and no one seems to really know what they actually want.
When, I don't know how to fix this.
I just want a family.
I had to come to terms with knowing that I'm not a woman that men commit to or love. They want, but I've never had any big romantic gestures.
So it happened again. I had a date cancel on me and I got stood up.
And I have been stood up.
I want y'all to notice that there's a good number of women in this little compilation so far. They don't look bad. I'm going to tell you once again, the aesthetic is there, but they can't find no man to commit to them. But I thought they said they had a lot of options that are playing games, that don't want them. A lot of Chads and Tyrones out there, which is what average men, common sense men have been telling you from the jump. They've been telling you, watch out for these. Nah, you just jealous. You insecure. A man can take care of me. He can pay for me. He's got money. He's got all of these things. What do you have? I have my peace, my common sense, and my heart that's not broken. But you just wait and see what you about to get.
I know I deserve better. But he was that person for me.
So obviously, these women that you just saw can easily get 100 plus dates in a single week, either through dating apps or in real life. However, what they can't seem to get is for any of these guys to stick around.
I just wonder where they was going dressed like that, and wonder why I gotta be objectifying them.
Or to show some genuine interest for more than 45 minutes, and that is what's driving them crazy.
Stop boasting.
you never hear, oh, I want you in my future. Instead, you hear, oh, I want you on top of me in bed. It is so up.
And I'm tired of being single.
And I'm not capable to find someone who is able to get interested in me, in myself,
Too bad.
for a long time. I don't know. It's only about superficial.
I love it, man. The aesthetic. You can see her skin just like so, her hair to the side. She does all of this before the video to present herself in a certain way. Modern women are mad. I gotta say, props to them. They are masters at making themselves look like they are really being done wrong. Who could hate a face like this? The lip color is just like so. My makeup is just like so. My eyes, everything down to a T. Even in my quote unquote rough, just got out of bed look, I want to look presentable. They definitely out here doing it. Wasting time is what they doing.
Charity, relationships.
Things have gotten so bad in modern dating
Honestly, if he just eats the bottom.
that some of these women are now trying to come up with ways to force men into committing to them.
Like a month after we first met, our first date was October 18th. We drafted up relationship terms and conditions. Now, I will admit this is absolutely psychotic to write up 2 weeks after meeting somebody on Tinder, but
if we required commitment before sex, we would have more relationships.
We must have plans on 2 weekend nights per month and 1 weekend day. If we go out together, we go home together. Once every 4 months, you must send me flowers.
The irony here is that these are all old school ways of dating. It was called courting and marriage that were deemed to be too restrictive and too sexist for modern women. And don't even get me started on this new bull called dating deposit.
She agreed to reschedule on one caveat. He would Venmo her a $50 deposit.
I'm going to go ahead and pass. That's going to be a no for me, dog.
Now, in all honesty, I don't know exactly how prevalent this is, since I've only seen it pop up here and there. But if you're engaging in this, you need to stop right now. Women talk about not wanting to be treated like objects all the time, and then they come up with shit like this.
You paying a transaction for him, man. You're paying a transaction for him, stupid.
Said she's sent around 6 Venmo requests ranging from $1,500 to $3,000.
Okay, then just agree that's your merchandise.
Which is exactly what a car company does for its cars.
Exactly.
Not to mention that plenty of women will flake on guys as well, so then what? Are we both going to pay a deposit on the other person?
A deposit? Y'all coming real close. Y'all towing that line. Y'all coming real close to that other side. The underbelly.
Because this completely cancels out the deposit. Unless you want to uphold some sort of sexist double standard where only the man has to pay the deposit and women are free to not show. Just like pay for the date, plan the date, ask her out, text her first.
But look, what's wrong with men paying? I mean, it's a first date. They've asked you on the date. They should be honoured to have you there.
Men always pay on my first date. So.
I would not go on a date with a guy and split.
Every time I hear that, that's cringe. They should be honored to have you there. You're not the queen. You're nobody. You're a regular person, an average person just like me. We're both there trying to get to know each other. Stop being weird.
All right, maybe this sounds a little ridiculous, but like, if I'm giving you my time, I mean, maybe you should pay for my dinner.
So I guess women have no problem at all upholding.
I would not go on a date with a guy.
I like the way he rolled his eyes.
All right, maybe this sounds a little ridiculous, but like, if I'm giving you my time, I mean, maybe you should pay for my
roll your eyes, because what shut up.
Dinner.
So I guess women have no problem at all upholding a double standard, just as long as it benefits them.
Okay, and what about a second date? Does it change then?
Second date, still the man. He should pay.
Again, I'd offer, but I'd still want the guy to pay.
You gotta love hypocrisy and inconsistency, man. It's everywhere. By the way, if you agree that women want to have their cake and eat it too when it comes to modern dating, then please drop a like on the video and comment down below what you think. Because instead of just slightly tweaking the old system of courting and waiting till marriage, society set fit and burned the whole thing to the ground, giving birth to hookup culture under the banner of empowering and freeing women.
A man has been able to go out and have a one-night stand, and obviously he's having a one-night stand with someone.
I do have a high drive, definitely. I just have like friends who we just basically have sex.
Don't care, and you're going out to have your needs met, there should be no shaming and there's nothing wrong with having sex on the first date.
So I would always want to sleep with someone first before I committed to a relationship.
However, now that they are free to be just like the guys, many women want to go back to getting commitment up front and having guys spend time and money on elaborate dates.
I don't even condone drink dates. As a man, societally, he gets paid more. And his time that he has more of because he's not doing hair, makeup, and shaving his legs.
We are doing dinner. You're gonna pick me up. We're gonna come to the restaurant. We're gonna see your table manners. We're gonna see what you order. We're gonna see you hold.
We're gonna see you leave me alone. Girl, get off my screen.
Your chopsticks correctly.
For a woman, it's really important that he's investing from the get-go. Stop saying yes to these low value, low investment dates, okay?
So why exactly would guys want to do this? Because everywhere you look nowadays, you keep hearing how independent women are and that they definitely do not need a man.
I would love to know, what do we need y'all for?
I think women are better than men.
At what?
Everything.
So name 2 things.
I don't know, I just think we're better.
Women don't need men in order to make money to provide for themselves or take care of themselves.
Well, that's fine and all, but you do realize that actually works both ways, right? Since men also don't need a woman to provide for them or cook for them, since there are hundreds of apps that do exactly that. Which means that technically both men and women don't need each other in a civilized modern world with modern comforts. However, the difference is that men don't constantly scream this from the top of their lungs, and men also don't go home and then make TikTok videos about how lonely they are after just saying that they don't need men.
You know, these modern women really are trying to wait men out. They're trying to, in a lot of places, eradicate men. They're really trying to show men for whatever reason, oh, I can really do this without you and you're really going to want me. And I'm going to force you into submission to make you treat me like a princess, even though I haven't done anything to deserve that treatment. I've been out here messing with a plethora of men, a plethora of them. I mean, just like it'd be one thing if you did something over here and then you went over here and did something. There's no discretion. There's no caution. They don't partake in any of that. They just go out there and do whatever they do. And when the time comes to, well, I want to settle down now. No, No, I'm not committing to that. No, absolutely not.
Gorgeous girls don't cry over a boy in a car. Gorgeous girls don't need a boy.
I'm so sick of this.
Are you trying to convince me or you?
Like, I'm so sick of not feeling like a priority to you.
I need somebody to have my back. I do. I'm admitting it. I could say I'm a strong, independent woman that doesn't need no man, but I am saying I want a man, and I need a man.
Now that is what you call some mixed messaging. So currently, you have modern women wanting courtship and chivalry, but they seem to forget that those two come at a price. Courtship and chivalry existed for a very specific reason, which allowed both parties to benefit from it. Women were getting safety and security of income and access to wealth, while men were able to build a legacy and show their level of success through marriage and children. So clearly, both men and women had a vested interest in finding a long-term partner, and this created a very strict code of conduct for both men and women. That is no longer the case, because even though both men and women have lost some benefits from long-term relationships, it is men who have seen the cost of engaging in long-term relationships rise while losing benefits.
53% of marriages end in divorce in New York.
I'm looking at this woman over here, and what catches my eye about this is that the way she's dressed, all up, particularly her face, and then the drink. Like, I'm just up here, just chilling. I've done some type of debauchery. I've gone in to do some weird stuff. And let me go get a matcha green tea, lemonade or latte or whatever it is, just like a regular day at the office. I really am. Anyway,
Marriages end in divorce in New York State. So if I said to you there's a 53% chance when you walk out the front door today, you're going to get hit in the head with a bowling ball, you would either stay inside or at a minimum you would wear a helmet.
Which is exactly why some men are simply playing the field but not committing, while others have completely checked out. And this brings us to the original question, why are men not committing to women, or why are men not even showing up to date these women? Well, there are two main reasons for this. The first is simply women selecting men that clearly do not want commitment. Take this girl for instance.
But every single time this happens, I always tell myself like, oh, you'll get over it. Or like, you're over him. It'll be fine, right?
She's a very attractive woman and she seems to be very nice, a bit crazy perhaps, but still very nice. So I'm sure plenty of guys would love to take her on a date or be in a relationship with her, but somehow she's getting ghosted non-stop.
I haven't blocked his number and he hasn't texted me since he ghosted me. He hasn't, not once. He ghosted me once and then he ghosted me twice. The second time before he ghosted me, he's like, I want to make it up to you. I want to take you out on a date. I can't stop thinking about you. You did nothing wrong.
Now, if we translate this disaster into male speech, then it's very clear she's a dude who has multiple options, all of which are better than her, and he's clearly not done playing with those options. This girl literally has the power to get married tomorrow if she truly wanted, but she chooses that one guy out of many who are willing, who is completely discarding her and treating her like trash. So yeah, you're never gonna find love or commitment if you keep operating this way. It's basically the same situation as George and Anfisa, when he was hoping that Anfisa would one day truly love him for who he is and not see him as just a green card and a bag of money.
So basically you're saying if I can't provide, I'm worthless to you.
I don't understand what's wrong about it.
I don't even know why you even like that woman. She's slow. She got problems with her, man. Like, why would she want something like that? You bring that woman into the house, mom gonna be like, who is this? What tree she fall off from? Whose truck she fall off from the back of? Get this girl out of my house. You gonna get laughed right out your house.
Simply setting yourself up for failure since the other person has zero interest in who you are as a person. So the question shouldn't be why are men not committing, the question should really be why are women choosing guys that don't want to? Well, that actually comes down to simple economics. If you want $1 million house or $1 million car, you actually have to show up with $1 million. But when it comes to dating and wanting $1 million man, most women only show up with a cute smile and empty pockets.
What do you bring to the table when you're in a relationship?
Everything?
Why would I qualify myself to you?
What do you bring to the table?
Everything. I bring the whole table.
I see so many TikTok clapbacks from both men and women answering this dumb question.
I adore this question because it always comes from men that I have absolutely zero intention of ever even looking at. Why are you worried about what I bring to the table?
Can you imagine? What do you bring to the table? And the guy's like, this. Women would be like, so who pays the bills? And what does your car look like? And what kind of job do you have?
Exactly.
And are you going to take care of the family?
And that's, they asking questions in an interview. And if they don't ask those questions, there's somebody that's going to ask them for them. The girlfriend that they have is going to ask them, the auntie, the grandmother, the grandfather, mom, dad, the dog, whoever it is, going to be barking, biting, chewing, spitting. That man is going to get those questions asked, and he's going to have to answer those before we move forward in the relationship. But all of a sudden, when a man would ask the questions, it's personal. How dare he? Who does he think he is? I don't tell that to anybody. Shut up.
And do you know how to like fight? Like if I was in trouble, like you're going to protect me? And they'd have a whole list that you'd be checking off.
Whole list.
He'd be like, well, you can barely keep up. And they're just like this.
It's pretty funny how all of these so-called boss are ready to rule the world, but they can never answer a basic question like, what do you bring to the table?
I guess this question attempts to investigate someone's value, but the question itself has no value because there is no table.
Anyways,
You're stupid. Obviously, in relationships, you have to bring something somewhere. Y'all have to be on the same page. I don't know why you think that's a question that has no value. It's like these modern women think that they have so much value that how dare you ask me that question? Who would even dare to ask the queen, the princess, the ruler, the mightiest one of them all, the fairest of the land? How dare somebody ask me, can't they see my value? Don't they see? It's me. I'm bringing me. Shut your stupid behind up.
Point is that if you're looking for that specialty guy that meets all of the criteria on your massive list,
Heather bought me her list of requirements, so let's check them out. He must be between 30 and 45, financially stable, no kids, 5'10" or taller, honest, reliable, sweet and kind, quick-witted, romantic, and must never wear sweatpants. What? Okay, well, we got some more requirements. Must be adventurous, must be humble, must be spontaneous, must be a planner.
you better bring something special to the table to make sure that that guy sees value in being with you.
I understand what they're doing. They're trying to, I'm trying not to get upset at it, or I'm trying not to like roast it too bad, because I do understand. People tell you all the time in business to write down your goals. And that's essentially what they're doing, is writing down their goals. I want a man that's this. Oh, get specific. You wanted to be. And then it's like they think they're going to throw this list out in the atmosphere, like somebody's going to be peeking over their shoulder and be like, okay, coming right up. I'll have him at your doorstep right on time. December 25th, 8 a.m. in the morning. When you wake up to open presents, he's going to be right there. Family's going to love him. Everyone's going to love him. And you're going to have the happiest life, happily ever after. So they're writing down all these things, but they don't understand that they got to work to find them. It might not show itself. It might not be readily apparent. So I do get where they're coming from. It's just, it's so wild and far out there that you get that specific. And you be like, and the moment that a man shows any type of emotion or anger, he gets mad at you or he doesn't agree with you, oh, he must not be the one, because my man would never disagree with me. My man would never talk to me that way. Oh, really? After you just got through yelling and hollering and screaming at him up in that mall, you got through clowning with him in the car. He's supposed to not do anything. He's just supposed to be stoic. He's not supposed to have any problem with what you're doing. Modern women logic, man. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Until the next video, I'm out.